My name is Elizabeth Kabak, and I am an EDCI 280 student. At the beginning of the semester, I wrote down my perspectives on education. This is how my perspectives developed throughout this semester. Same perspective, same reason. Technology in the classroom. In today's classroom, most students are digital natives, people who have grown up using the digital language of computers, video games, and the internet. Technology continues to become a greater part of our lives, and because of this, a greater part in the classroom. Janice Koch and Teach said that there are three paramount ways that technology supports learning. Number one, by allowing students to deal with real-world problems as a part of the curriculum. Two, by expanding the possibilities for simulations and modeling. And three, by creating local and global communities of learners. In my fieldwork experience, the students use some form of technology every day. For example, before reading a story about finding the Titanic, the students explored the internet for background information. When I become a science teacher, I plan on using technology to provide access to equipment and data unavailable in my classroom. Technology also provides opportunities for communicating with scientists and other students around the country, possibly even the world. Technology is a powerful tool and can stimulate and motivate the students in my classroom. What I have seen this semester only strengthens my perspective on technology. Classroom instruction is more effective when technology is included, and children must learn how to use technology to function in society. Same perspective, different reason. Standardized testing. At the beginning of the semester, I believe that standardized testing should be disregarded because it's ineffective in assessing students. Also, I thought it was just an annoyance to teachers, but now I know that there's more to it. When I interviewed my fieldwork teacher, Mrs. Warnock, at Mary Harris Elementary, I learned that most teachers feel they need to teach for the standardized test, and they must keep on pace with the state's curriculum. Even when the class is not ready, they must move on. This causes the teachers to feel even more pressure. Also, the teachers tend to teach word for word out of the curriculum, making the lessons boring, which causes the students to lose focus. Chapter 6 of Teach states that teachers also often resort to old-fashioned drill and practice exercises, trying to cram knowledge into their students. There may be little time left for critical thinking, delving into a subject deeply, or exploring a student's own questions. I now feel that standardized testing is driving education in the opposite direction than it should be going. Standardized tests cause the classroom to be run more by the teacher and the curriculum, which pushes it further away from student-centered. New perspective, student-centered learning. Student-centered learning is focused on the student's needs, abilities, interests, and learning styles, with the teacher as the facilitator of the learning. As a student myself, I always learn more when I get to have influence in what I learn. Throughout this semester, Dr. Boutte has guided us while allowing us to choose what we wanted to focus on. For example, the module assignments gave us freedom to choose which countries we wanted to research in order to expand our global perspective on education. My global perspective has grown as I found information on China's school system, as well as information on teacher preparation in Singapore and Finland. In Mrs. Warnock's class, the students often split up into groups and make posters of information they need to learn. The groups then present their posters in sequence to the class. This may take more time to do, but the students seem to learn more from it. When I first started monitoring students working on their projects, I thought I had to be on top of them. I learned that giving them space and allowing them to come to me for help actually works better. In my interview with the principal at Mary Harris Elementary, Nikki Brown, I learned that schools are moving towards student-centered learning. With Framework for Teaching, the teachers are being evaluated on how student-centered their classroom is. Before this semester, I did not know that education could be broken down into student or teacher-centered learning. Also, when I was in elementary school, the classrooms were very teacher-centered. I love this change in society's perspective, and this semester has given me a brand new perspective on the classroom. Question: how can we make the change from teacher-centered to student-centered learning as federal government takes more control over education? Is there a way to have both? Government programs in education like Race to the Top have issues such as a merit pay component that links teacher salaries and tenure to improvement in student standardized test scores. As stated before, the tests administered cover a broad spectrum of knowledge, which is outlined in the state's curriculum. In many classrooms, the pace set by the curriculum is too fast, but teachers feel they must press on. Moving through the information too quickly does not improve test scores. All it does is stress the students and the teachers. Is there a better way to test our students? Or should we just get rid of standardized testing altogether? I hope to see some big changes in the education system over the next few years. I hope with the new ways of evaluating teachers, there will be new ways of evaluating students. As a future educator, I will not only turn and face the change, I will be a part of it.